From the biggest moments.
Can you believe it?
To gold medal championships.
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
It's your update on Canada's game. You're listening to the True North Ice Podcast with Jacob Ewing and Caleb Schneider.
Welcome to the True North Ice Podcast, where we talk all things Hockey Canada and everything Canadian hockey related. As always, we're your host. My name is Jacob Ewing, joined alongside Caleb Schneider. It's been a week since the last time we've joined you, but you know what? That means there's just more the merrier to talk about, Caleb, as Canada has officially got underway at the PWHL Men's World Championships. The PWHL is in the finals of the Walter Cup Championship, and we could not ask for a better matchup as it's the battle of the two Canadian teams remaining. And of course, the NHL Playoffs, the second round's down to its final series, which by the time this is uploaded could be done and settled, as the final Canadian team, the Montreal Canadiens, are looking to scrape out and remain alive for Canada and go to the third round. But before we get all into that today, Caleb, how are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to talk some hockey. I mean, I've been a little outside of the hockey world the past week, but I've dove back in it the past couple days. Fun stuff. Canada beat Sweden last night, or yesterday morning for us Canadians, and back at it. We're kind of recording just before and probably will miss the first period of the Italy game, but you know, we're going to put up an 8 spot or something stupid like that, so not a big deal, but excited to talk hockey. How are you doing over there?
I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. Just I haven't really watched a lot of hockey recently. I've caught some games.
There's not been much on either.
No, true. I mean, I've watched I think a decent amount of the Habs games. I haven't been able, like that Vegas Duck series was just like a wash. I couldn't really, I would just go to bed before it started. So like that kind of sucked. But hey, the PWHL has been so fun. The two, like, just the fact that Montreal and Ottawa are finding themselves in the finals, I think that's just cool. They're going to have a new champion, and we'll talk about game one, but man, that was just, the ending itself was just insane. So, we'll get into that. But yeah, Team Canada won their first game yesterday against Sweden. Puck drop was at 10 a.m. So, yeah, I didn't catch any of it. But, of course, I watched the recap. So, yeah, I mean, big win over Sweden. Obviously, the Swedes have some younger talent in their top six. Faced off against a 1-2 Crosby Celebrini, who I believe were both held scoreless. Neither of them scored.
Bjork had a good game, but Stenberg didn't look great. So they'll probably change their lines.
It's a tough team they're playing though in Canada. So fair. Like first game of the tournament too. So that's high expectations for those two guys.
Bjork looked really good against Celebrini Crosby. Canada they took that, like they were the home team. They had the last change. They kind of took that matchup every time if they could, and Bjork looked okay. I mean, Stenberg, it's tough playing against top 5 player in the league, and then a guy who was a top 1 player in the league for a decade. So, but no, it was those two guys looked okay. But you know, Canada it felt like they had this game. There was times where poor puck possession, turnovers, but they gave up 3 goals in the end. But they look like, just like last year, they're gonna probably walk through this these prelims.
Yeah. I mean, they just establishing that 2-goal lead early in the first 6 minutes. Everything looked pretty confident.
Connor Brown
everything
scored.
Seemed flowing. Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I mean? That's what it. That's what it came down to.
They had a couple really nice plays. I look back to
that fourth line is like electric.
Goal. Yeah, Fraser Minton gets 2 points, 2 apples, creates 2 plays. They were pretty good. That's what I'm saying. Every line had its moments, and just they kind of established right away that this was going to be a game Canada dominated. And mind you, Sweden brought it back. It was a 3-3 game at one point, and then they just, Connor Brown scores the game winner. GWG for Connor Brown. And then a nice little play by Dylan Cousins to ice it out, and that's your ball game. 5-3 victory over Sweden to open the tournament.
I guess I should mention Stenberg did score a disallowed goal.
Yeah, high
still.
stick. High
And
stick.
he
correct,
did
yeah.
have a couple entries, but like, yeah, high stick, yeah. I guess I should mention that. I mean, Stenberg still was okay. He did score somewhat of a goal. That didn't count, but should just say
Yeah.
that before people get upset.
Yeah, fair enough. What did you think of Jet Greaves in this opening game against Sweden?
I mean, he's all right. He's got the net clearly, and I mean, first game in, 3 goals plus the 4th disallowed. He was okay. I mean, it's hard to read into one game for me, and given Jet Greaves' track record, you kind of got to let him play a couple out, I think, just because you don't really know what you have. I still don't know what Jet Greaves will be. I don't know what Jet Greaves will be next year. Don't know what he'll be like tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's Talbot tonight or today. But he's got, like, what is Sweden? Would you say Sweden's definitely a top 3, top 4 team in this tournament this year? Like, I think he didn't stand on his head or anything. So
No.
he just
No,
against
no.
a top tier talent. I think he was good. Kept Canada in the game, and in the end, 3 goals should be giving up 3 goals should still be enough for Canada to overcome. So I didn't mind him.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, like, especially the couple goals Canada scored early, I think
Yeah.
it does something for a mindset of a goaltender. Like, it's not going to be a goalie battle, especially when you have a bit of a cushion like that. So, obviously, you don't want to, like, the mindset's, okay, I can relax and, if I let in a few, it's whatever. But you understand it's not a goaltending battle. You don't need to win your team this game, right? They've afforded you to get this bit of a cushion.
Exactly.
He did what he needed to do to get the victory today
And
for
he's
Canada.
not going to stand on his head ever. Like, he might give up. Like, there might be a shutout or 2 in there, but he's not going to be peppered with shots. Like, he's not going to be peppered with 40 shots ever with this Canada team in front of him. So just do your thing. Don't give up any crazy bad goals, and you'll be fine. Like, Canada's going to probably outshoot every team. I don't even know if they outshot Sweden.
It was 25-26. It was a one-shot difference. I don't know
Like,
which
that's
way
not going to
went, but-
happen every game. You know what I mean? Like, that
No.
that will rarely happen. Maybe when we get down to the semis and the finals at this point, but
Yeah.
just do your thing and you'll be fine, right? So
Hey,
It's
man,
like-
we'll see. Like, yeah, do you think... Now, sorry to cut you off, but I was
Yeah.
going to ask. Talbot gets to start today. Obviously, he gets the weaker of the 2 teams to open the tournament. Obviously, if Talbot records a shutout today, it wouldn't be to anybody's surprise, just because of the team they're playing. But, like, if he plays good, obviously they can't just shy him away. Like, he's still a good goaltender in the NHL, right?
Talbot?
Yeah, like, what I'm trying to ask is, we mentioned Jet Greaves has the net right now, but what does Cam Talbot have to do if he's playing remarkably well to potentially gain the net from Jet Greaves? Does Jet Greaves have to lose it, or does Cam Talbot have to
Oh,
earn it?
yeah, no, he's got to lose it. Like, you're going to have, because you've got Denmark, Norway, and then you've got Slovenia on a back-to-back with that Norway. It's hard to earn the net against Slovenia or Norway.
Yes.
Because then you've
exactly.
got Slovakia and Czechia. That's where, if Jet Greaves were to lose to the net, it would be one of those 2 games. But it's hard now. Like, if he loses the net in Czechia, do you really want to go to Cam Talbot in your quarters? I mean, the quarters will be a cupcake, hopefully, but there's a lot of tough questions. If that ever was a situation, I don't think that will be the situation, though. I think Cam Talbot will get that second game of the back-to-back and call it a tournament at this point, unless something bad happens, injury.
Okay.
That's my guess. Because, like, look, you've got a 4-pack of crummy teams. I know Denmark beat Canada last year in the quarters, but come on, they're all gonna be pretty easy until you get to Slovakia, Czechia at the tail end of the prelims. That's where it'll be interesting, because Czechia is probably the favorite. Maybe Switzerland's the favorite. I don't know. Well, I guess Canada, should technically be the favorite, but just given the track record of this tournament, it probably would be Slovakia or Czechia. USA's roster is dog crap, so it's got to be one of those 2. So Czechia will be the toughest matchup.
Okay.
If it's
I
not
can
Sweden.
agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, no, USA lose their opening game to Switzerland. The host team. Mind you, the host team has always got that bump, but
Oh yeah. Switzerland's a top 2 or 3 team in this, like just based on rosters.
yeah, no, they look good.
Like,
They looked good
Canada's
yesterday. So.
Canada's got the best roster, and then it's a toss up between Czechia, Switzerland for me.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, this tournament's gonna keep going on. Obviously, if we keep doing episodes by the weekly, would it be wrapped up at the time? Probably not. No. How long is this tournament?
It's like 2 weeks long. We'll have the prelims will be done next time.
Oh, perfect.
Like
Perfect.
this episode comes out the 18th, so it'll be the 25th is the next one. The 26th is the Czechia Canada game. So the prelims won't even be done next episode.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 episodes on this still. We should talk about Crosby joining captaincy. Martone and Mercer were at it as well. Barzal out. Barzal is out. So
Yeah, and then that was for precautionary injury reasons, I believe.
yeah, I mean,
But
yeah,
he says yes
sounds
initially to the tournament.
Well, he hasn't. He hasn't played a game in a while. Is when he said yes. You know what I mean? He plays a game and then he knows it's an issue, and then they call it. That's my guess, right?
I'd assume that's what it.
Like he
would-
played.
it
He
would
slotted
have
in
to
that
be.
first game, right? The first prelim game against France, or pre-tournament game. Pre-tournament game.
I'm assuming that's what it would have to be. It's probably what it is.
So I that's what you got to
So,
do, and that's what
The
this
next question
tournament's
is-
like.
Yeah. Next question is if Canada wins gold, does Matthew Barzal get a gold medal?
Of course he does. I think it goes the same with like Dawson Mercer. Like I don't know if Dawson Mercer's gonna play. Sam Dickinson. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but
some of
they-
these guys,
but
like
they would-
Dickinson's just they're not gonna play Dickinson until they need him at this point because he's not playing today. He's not played yesterday. If they really need him due to an injury, he'll play. But if they find a better defenseman, he's not gonna touch. Like he won't be added to the roster at all. So I think he gets one.
Okay.
Same with Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
You think Matthew Tkachuk gets one? Basically bowing
Yeah,
out.
well, he's gonna play.
Is he gonna play?
Matthew Tkachuk.
I thought
think
people were
he's
saying
gonna
he
play.
probably won't play now.
Why wouldn't he play? Matthew Tkachuk.
Well, when I'm pretty sure he didn't play yesterday, and
No,
people
but he's
said
gonna-
that there's
he
just no
announced-
way.
No, he announced he's going to be late to the tournament. He
I
said
don't
that
know.
himself. He said that himself. He's going to be late for the tournament. And I'm sure.
But
after
he
how
said it was.
yesterday
He
went,
said
they-
15th. No, he said he'd be available for 15th, and that was yesterday.
That was the first game of the tournament, and he said he's going to miss a game or two at the tournament.
Okay. I thought I saw something saying Kachuk is now questionable for the rest of the tournament. I could be wrong. If Matthew Kachuk doesn't play a game, do you think he gets a medal?
No, he
Probably
shouldn't
won't
get a
even
medal.
get one anyways. They probably
Well,
won't even finish in the top 3.
No, probably not. He'd be part of the triple gold club if they won gold, though. First American ever to do it. Not that we care, but yeah, that's true. First ever.
That is kind of crazy, but USA it doesn't. They've
Well, they didn't win
been
their
so-so.
Yeah. Well, that was like their first World Championship gold medal last year for the first time in like ever.
True.
Wasn't it
Yeah,
like the
that's what
first
I'm
time in
saying.
like a century or something like
what I'm
that? Yeah.
Like,
And then the
Who would
gold,
be-
obviously at the Olympics, was the first time in 30 years. So the generations don't match up at all.
no. Is it Stanley Cup?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like Tage Thompson is right there.
Hey, Thompson, yeah, he is eligible. He could do it this year.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's I guess is that the only one that would be available? Who else was on that team last year? And on the Olympics. This was
It's still in
Slavin?
it's still in the Stanley Cup Finals. It's
Did
still in the
Slavin
Stanley
play?
Cup playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know if Slavin would have played. I don't know. They would have been too far in last year. So,
Anyways, hey,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. We don't care.
Crosby's already got it, so we're chill.
Crosby is. That's actually that. You know what? That's something we could talk about. Who is in the Triple Gold Club? Cal, want to take some guesses for Canada? I think there's a significant amount.
Not active players, no way. But
No. mid 2010s. Mid 2010s. You know,
Yeah, for sure. Like
2 Olympics.
Crosby,
Yeah.
Drew Doughty.
Although, here, I'll tell you this. There are 3 active players who are
Drew
Canadian who are
Doughty,
in the
Crosby.
Triple Gold Club. Drew Doughty is not in the Triple
He's
Gold
never
Club.
played a world championship
He must have not, or he must have didn't
or
win.
world junior. Isn't world junior world championship combined? Or is it literally world?
I think it's just World Championship, Stanley Cup. Yeah, it is. Does not.
Okay,
count
well
the
then
World
it's gonna be harder than you think.
3 still active players.
Is one a goalie?
No.
Okay, so it wouldn't be Carey Price, who's technically active.
He never won a cup either.
Oh, right, my bad. Sorry.
Okay.
This is harder than you think. I'm trying to think back to the
This is
2014
hard.
team because
These are like-
Johnny Taves. Oh,
Jonathan
he's
Toews.
active. Yes,
Yes.
he's active.
Yes.
And then I feel like we would have done this a year ago. And
We
then
did.
it's someone stupid like Jordan Staal's never won a cup. Yeah, he wouldn't have been on that 2014 team. 2014 is it a defender?
No.
That's off. I'm screwed then. It's like Chris Kunitz
No, it's not. Chris Kunitz
isn't active.
No.
Who would be the third active player? Can I ask? Is he still somewhat prominent, or is he kind of a bum now?
Oh god. Well, of course
Like-
he's old, but
Can I get an age? Like, are we talking
yeah,
38?
you can get an age. He's old for sure. I'll get you an exact age.
This
is-
is hard.
He is 41 years old.
And he's still playing. Brett Burns.
No.
How old's Brett Burns?
He's pretty old. I think he might. I think
Has
he
he
is
won
the
a
oldest
cup?
player. This guy?
No, has Brent Burns
No,
won a
Brett
cup?
Burns has not won a Stanley Cup. No.
How can you be 41 and still active? It's got to be a tough guy then. Corey Perry.
Yes.
There you go.
Corey Perry in the Triple Gold Club.
Wow.
His only cup coming back.
When
in
did he
07.
win a championship? 2015?
World Championship.
He would have.
He played in 2010, 2012, 2016.
Oh. So then, Olympics, he would have been 20. Like, when did he get the scoring title?
2014. he won
Scoring
the
title,
Olympics.
or
He
the
also
cup
won
was
2010.
06, right? His cup
07,
was
yeah.
07. That's a long spread, you know what I mean? Like, that took him a while to
Yeah,
achieve.
man. He was good for him, man. Good for him. You know, he stuck with it. And he's got himself a good career. So
Whereas
I
Tage
think the biggest
Thompson,
accomplishment of all. the
Tage
biggest
Thompson will
accomplishment-
get it in a year and 2 months, possibly. all in
Yeah,
one
maybe.
little span.
You don't think
That's
this is the
funny.
year? You don't think this is the year for Tage Thompson?
Oh, I'm saying it could be. I don't think it is, but I'm just saying he could get it in literally a year and 2 months, whereas Corey Perry would have taken almost a decade.
Yeah.
So, fun stuff. Is there anybody on this Canada roster that can get it?
Now that is also a good question. And the
Hey.
answer would be I don't know. I don't
Probably not, honestly.
No, it'd
They're all
have to
young.
be
Nobody's won a cup on this team except Crosby and
no,
O'Reilly.
no, yeah, there you go. But who's also like none of those guys would have been on the 2014 Olympic team.
No.
either.
Oh, no. Yes. Never mind.
John
That's a dumb
Tavares?
question.
John
he wasn't
didn't
on the
win a
team.
cup. He hasn't won a cup.
He never will win a cup.
Gosh.
Yeah, we're just getting too
No,
far
so
down
nobody.
a rabbit hole. So,
Rabbit roll.
yeah, rabbit hole. It's been that kind of day.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay. And that's a good rabbit hole to go down though. It's on topic, Triple Gold Club.
Yeah.
So okay. Kelb, let's move on to which league would you like to move on to, Kelb? PWHL or the NHL?
Let's do the
Or
P-Dub.
do you have a side topic? You have a PWHL. Okay. Also, was it made official? Was last week when we recorded this episode, was it official the new Canadian PWHL team that has been announced? Okay, well we can do it here. We've already talked about it. We've talked about it tons.
but we
But
haven't officially.
it's official. Steel City Hamilton, Ontario, Caleb, is getting a PWHL team.
Isn't Steel City Pittsburgh?
I'm pretty sure like the Canadian Steel City is Hamilton.
Oh, shout out Pittsburgh. Yeah, I guess it's official. It's big news. Big news, I guess, up here. But
Hamilton, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
yeah, no, what? Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's the American one.
Okay, yeah, Hamilton. Basically what I said last week or 2 weeks ago. It's odd, but it makes sense given it makes sense all of the locations. They still haven't announced San Jose, but it appeared Calgary didn't put in a bid for the PWHL. Nothing's came out for Edmonton, so if no other Canadian cities putting in bids, got to go with Hamilton, I guess. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm very curious what it'll look like next year, what the dynamic will be. We'll see how much they pack that building. TD Place, TD Center, what's it called?
I don't know. Coliseum?
No, not TD Garden, sorry.
Is it TD Coliseum? It's TD Coliseum.
Yeah, it's
TD
where they used to
Coliseum.
play like Canada
Yeah.
Cup and all that back then, right? So it's a pretty historic
TD
place.
Coliseum. Wow.
I believe they did a big chunk of renovations too. Like that's why they're getting the AHL team, is because they did a big chunk of renovations, or other way around. They're doing a big chunk because they got an AHL team coming in there too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, we'll see. I mean, it might rely on if they can find a big name or two come expansion draft too. Like if you have a crummy team, I don't know how well, you know what I mean? Like if they don't get Renata Fast in free agency or from the expansion draft, you're kind of chopped. Is that fair to say?
I think that is. Okay. Then here's another conversation though.
Yeah.
Obviously the PWHL and women's hockey as a whole is still growing, right? How much is a big name really, like I'm talking for the casual of the casual. I think a Canadian market like Hamilton will be excited to get a team, but like of course we know and love the name Renata Fast, but the casual fan base, if they get a player, a caliber player like Renata Fast, how big of an indicator does that really change? I think it's more the fact that Hamilton will be excited to have a women's hockey team and be able to rally around them.
Well, you gotta
unless you're
have.
getting a name
I
like
think you gotta
Mary
have
Flip
players. I think you still have to have.
Absolutely. I
but
think
like
it's more
you-
or less players that can put a quality performance on the ice. Not more or less the
You know what?
names that
I
come
might
onto the
take it
team.
back because Vancouver packed that building a lot this
They
year.
did a great job. Yeah,
But they
true.
also
And
had the name talent, though.
had
That's
a
a
great
thing.
team.
Where
They
they
had a
had
great team.
they had a bad team, but name talent.
Great team.
Bad performance, but they've got the name talent. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be like. It could be like I think it'll be packed if we're being honest. So, but I mean, we're not a fastest from that area, right? Burlington, I guess. It's literally across the water. So, it's going to be interesting what happens here. Like I said last week, it seems a little odd to me that you're doing it now, but it's risky. It's got to be a home run. If it's not a home run, it's going to be questions. Why would you go here and not somewhere else?
Yeah.
That would probably be already more sustainable and successful. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. I thought you were gonna go. Is this too fast? Is there too many teams now?
No. Okay, Caleb. Fun fact: Renata Fast was raised in Burlington, but she was born in Hamilton.
Well, yes, because Hamilton's got a gazillion hospitals. I don't know if Burlington does.
I'm pretty sure Burlington would probably have a hospital. You know, it's a big place. Okay, but that's cool. Also, another player that I think is from Hamilton.
Let's say, it's a forward from the Scepters. I can't remember.
I wasn't thinking of her, but maybe.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. There's someone from the Scepters there's two of them. I remember there's a press conference.
Yeah, I know. Big name. Grew up in Hamilton. Sarah Nurse.
Sarah Nurse is from Hamilton. Wow.
Grew up. Yeah.
I wonder if she's a free agent or anything like that, or she'll even be protected.
You know
think
what?
she'll be
That'd be a
protected?
pretty like. I think going in when Vancouver was drafting, I think like Sarah Nurse was the biggest name they attained. I would say.
Yeah. Let me see here.
I think if you think of like we're not talking talent, like that, of course Sarah Nurse is very talented, but just name recognition wise, I would think Sarah Nurse is the biggest from her impact.
guess,
not
but,
only
like,
just the game, but other
probably, yeah.
atmospheres
I
outside
guess
of the game. Yeah.
yeah. Sophie Jakes and Jen Gardner aren't really there. Yeah, Emirates Smashmeyer. Nah, so yeah, you're probably right. Sarah Nurse is a UFA this year, so
Oh no, that
they gotta sign her, and they already got Sophie Jakes. Do they want to keep their goalie and Emirates Smashmeyer, who is signed next year already? So that's already one. There's a lot of questions of what they want to do here, because they got
Yeah.
Jen Gardner, Hannah Miller, Sophie Jakes. I think they would. I don't think they would protect Claire Thompson. Got Emirates Smashmeyer. Like, oof. That's gonna be interesting because she's UFA. They got to sign her.
True. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
That is gonna be interesting.
But
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see. They got I don't know if they keep Mashmeyer or not. She is signed. So Kristen Campbell's right there. She is a free agent though. So makes sense if they unprotect her. But oh well. Let's do the Walter Cup. It's gonna be a shorter episode, just so everyone knows. That's why we're kind of cruising by. There's not much to talk about. We didn't talk about Montreal, Minnesota Game 5. Montreal. First of all, it gets postponed.
That was
not the
that was
virus,
something.
but
That was
that's.
something.
I think that's a little ridiculous.
And great.
Because did you see that they had enough players to play?
Okay.
Like Montreal had enough players to play. They could have
Yeah.
had a full. Like they could have skated everyone. They could have still had their 12 forwards, 7 defensemen, and a goalie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's tricky.
And they
man.
posted on it. I don't even know if the names came out of who had it or who was sick. But that I think Minnesota got robbed there. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if they got robbed there or not. But
Yeah. Now, hear me out, though. Hear me out. They postponed it to the next day. Like, if it's that serious of a sickness, you're telling me they're going to be 100% the next day?
Exactly.
The very next day. But, to be fair, though, like, I'm guessing the players that were sick, they definitely played, and they won. So,
Yes.
how big of 20, like, it was 22 hours, 24 hours, whatever it is between the difference.
I think it would be a big difference. That's an extra few hours of rest.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the other
I guess
team gets
so,
a
but-
rest, but they don't need the rest as much.
I just wonder how big, like, you can't significantly recover from. This must have been a pretty good sickness.
No, I think you can.
in that significant amount of time. I don't know. I think if you postpone a hockey game because you literally can't play, like, I assume it's something pretty significant. I'm assuming you're not just, maybe have a common flu. Like, I hope you have something a little bit more.
Well, that's what they're saying it was.
You could play through a common flu.
Yes. Well, that's the point, I think, that people are upset about is you can play if you were able to recover. I guess is kind of what you're trying to say here. If you were able to recover with an extra day, why couldn't you just play the day before? That's so weird. It's
Right,
just
like-
odd. And you could have skated the players anyways. Like you had enough players that were available to play. So, and it was at home too. Like I don't get it whatsoever. So,
Hey, but they still won, though. They still won, so it didn't really matter, despite being sick and everything like that. So, apparently the extra day is what got them the victory.
yeah,
And we'll see if the Minnesota Frost sue the PWHL for,
he should.
yeah, maybe they sue them because the game's rigged and they favor other teams
Exactly.
compared to their own.
Playing with fire if you do that though.
Wait,
Because
say that again?
You're playing with fire if you do that again.
Yeah. True.
But I don't know. I don't know, man. It's odd, but it's a quick turnaround because look, they just played last night, 2 nights ago,
2 nights ago.
and they would have had that was a two-day turnaround to the final. I guess it was in Montreal in the end, but I don't know. It's odd. It's odd, and like I think they would have still packed Laval, but you also now were playing because that was the same night. That game 5 was the same night as the Habs game. So you're really kind of, you screwed yourself over, basically.
Testing your luck. You're testing it for sure.
Yeah, like
they made it work though.
Yeah, I bet you the TV ratings weren't nearly as high as what they would have been the day before. I think the arena still would have been full, or it looked full at least. So, oh well. I would have been kind of somewhat pissed though if I was a fan and then they push it back one day. But oh well.
Yeah, especially if you traveled. Could you imagine traveling to Montreal?
Yes. Yeah.
And then having it postponed? You have to, you
Exactly.
re-up all your vacation time with work potentially, hotels, food.
Yeah.
If you have children or anything like that you brought with, you'd have to reschedule all that stuff that comes with them.
Yeah.
Schooling potentially. So yeah, that's
It's odd.
quite peculiar situation. But they got the job done. And then we have an all-Canadian matchup in the finals. The Ottawa Charge and the Montreal Victoire. Game 1. And Caleb, I mean, if you want to talk about the first 59 minutes and 57 seconds, we can. But I'm more interested in the situation that happened at the end of this game. Because, man, just craziness.
Yeah. From everything from the physical play to quickly in overtime, Abby Rock, like everything that came into it just felt like PWHL in a nutshell this year. Like this is what it felt like all the way through. Is physicality was massive all the way through. Like these teams clearly did not like each other. Which is exactly what you need because there's a lot of teammates that would have played with each other internationally and on clubs before the PWHL, and I think that's been a big thing that's been important. That's worked out for the PWHL, but man, it's pretty fascinating. What's your thoughts?
Man, I feel bad for Gwen. I feel bad for the Charge because this could have been this is just a tone setter. Game 1 in Montreal, and you have the lead, and I think more the bigger thing is that. First of all, the injury to Laura Stacey just a couple seconds before the game winner, or the tying goal. I believe she did come out in overtime and play, but at the time
she had the assist.
Okay, good. But she did, yes.
Yeah.
But at the time it looked pretty scary. So
yeah, she was down for a while.
She was making very unusual movements, and I think that was
that's probably the best way to put it. Yes.
Yeah, they were very not. Yeah.
I'm pretty shocked that she came out and played.
Me too.
She had 20 minutes to do to get ready, but still, that's tough.
But hey, maybe it sparked something, and because all of a sudden, face off, Victoire win, the Marie-Philippe Poulin, just what a freaking move, dude! What a play by Marie-Philippe Poulin. Just kind of spins. She understands that time is expiring, and she puts it into a high danger area. And Nicole Gosling drives right down the pipe and ties the game with 3 seconds left. Yeah. Just devastating for the Charge, man.
I mean, it's the first game and they're not at home though. It could be
understand,
worse.
But you're that close against the best team in the league, trying to put a big statement in game 1 on the road. That could have just mindset wise. And they always, obviously the saying in sports is you're not down until you lose at home. like that could have just been a tone setter. That's just the word I think of early on. It's unfortunate for the Charge. That could have been a big game. But hey, as you mentioned, still lots of hockey left to play, and on the benefit of the Montreal Victoire, what a way to bounce back! Like that, the team that is playing the 1 seed versus the 4 seed coming into it, a team that was so dominant all year long, like good for Montreal. That is that's big help. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're 3 seconds away from losing, and then you're 2 minutes into OT and you win. Like that's basically it in a nutshell. And Game 2 is pretty much kind of somewhat after we're done recording. We'll see how that works out. But all the momentum is in Montreal's favor at this point now. So we'll see and it's hard it's hard for the Charge when you're playing against the best player in the world. And
she made
Poulin does something crazy, but she only did one crazy thing, and in the end it reflects as a W for Montreal.
Yeah,
like she was quiet in the first 2 periods, and then you could start to see slowly moving toward the Charge finding a goal late as well, but you could kind of see it was moving into Montreal's favor, especially 5-on-5 as well, and then they find the back of the net with 3 seconds left. So it's tough for the Charge, but hey,
it's a tough one to take.
I said Montreal was going to win, so.
Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But we'll see how they bounce back. Like as you said, by the time this is uploaded, if you're listening to us on Monday night, Game 3 is being played on Monday night. So, it could even be done 3 by now. We could even have lots of situations could have been had by now. But
it'll be all done by next week, eh?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It's only best of 5.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Not in the finals. I think they should do best of 7 in the finals. I actually thought it was best of 7 in the finals.
You know what's stupid though? Now I'm looking at the schedule. Game 5 is at 12:30 on Saturday.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Oh yeah, it's a bit
like I understand that you don't want to mix and match with the Habs because the Habs probably would be a Saturday if they move on. But really, you can do Friday night.
You can play at 2. You can play at 12:30 so early.
Well, 2 even. Like, can't we get a nightcap here? Like, that's weird. Which is Laval Rocket still in? I thought they lost to the Marlies. Like, I don't think there's
They did. There was that clip of that guy drinking the beer after the Marlies beat the Rocket.
This is mind-boggling.
Now, who plans the timing? Like, is it the league themselves? The schedule
it'd
team?
be the
Probably,
league.
Yeah.
But
So,
there's probably it definitely comes down to arena, and they don't want to mix match with the Habs. That's definitely what it is. So I don't know. That's a little odd. They couldn't really work it out. There's not much going on. There could be concerts, like all that. Like the PW definitely does not have priority, especially in Montreal. I don't think they'd have priority. So
I mean, they do a pretty good job packing that arena.
I know, but
And a Game 5 of the Walter Cup Finals.
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of stupid. I
Not a
can't
regular
believe
season
that.
game.
I can't believe
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Even like, what about today? Today's 2:00 game. I guess the Habs
2
do play
o'clock
today.
is fine for me,
Okay.
but it's Game 5. This is a final game. We're running it at 2:30. We're gonna have a winner by 3 o'clock. Like, it's kind of lame.
Still the rest of the day to do whatever, man. That's
Exactly. They win and you're having dinner in 2 hours. Like,
Oh man, could you? But like, think about like the players. Like, if you win, you have the whole day to party.
yeah, but
That
you'd have
would-
the
that would
whole
be
next
awesome.
2 days to party too.
That would be awesome.
I guess it's fair.
I could look at
right.
it like that.
Yeah. All right. Let's do NHL to wrap her up. Unless you have anything else. Oh, CHL also finished or is almost done. Everett won. Kitchener runs over Barrie.
Swept.
Yeah. So I haven't really tuned in if I'm being honest. So,
Doesn't
but
matter.
it's been fun for Kitchener. I'm around this
Doesn't
area.
matter,
and
Cal. Work harder.
Okay, thanks.
Doesn't matter. Work harder, Kel.
Yeah, but after you say that, now you're gonna go 0-4 in your next 4 things. So I hope you understand that.
Doesn't matter, Kel. Work harder.
They didn't work hard enough, though. That's the thing. They didn't work hard enough at home. They just get bounced in 4, dude. It's pathetic.
What?
Barry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, bro. Work harder. Hey, Kayshawn? Doesn't matter, bro. Work harder.
Yeah. Well,
I can't. I was going to call it Cole Baudouin. He plays a single game. Does this series... This series is different if Cole Baudouin plays.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he had an outrageous amount of points in the games he played in the playoffs. Like I'm pretty sure he had 10 points, high 20s in 10 games or something like that.
Yeah.
He was freaking awesome. But that was a hard pill to swallow. That was tough. That was tough. Yeah. Hey, good for Kitchener, Caleb. Would you call yourself a Kitchener? If the local wise growing up, was it Kitchener or was it Guelph? Because we know you're France now, but is it?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have really. I probably would have been more a Kitch fan, but my dad would have went to those Rangers games. But
dreams come true.
But then back in elementary school, young age, they would do I don't know if you would ever have that for France. I know they do the school day games now, but they would have random schools. So my school would have been every year basically. Our school would go and get a special ticket package to go to the Guelph Storm, so I would have went to a good chunk of those. I don't know. I really wouldn't have chosen back then. I do remember I would have been a Guelph Storm fan once when they played Sioux 3 years ago. It was an OT. It was a playoff game, by the way. Playoff game. The refs completely blew it, so kind of had a soft spot for Guelph that one time. Yeah, man. It was. I don't remember much of it at this point. I just know it was an OT, and it's same thing with.
What round it was?
It was first round. Guelph. It was game 3. They got swept, but it was game 3.
2022?
Probably. Yeah, 3 years ago. Was it really 3? I would have been able to.
No,
yeah.
So 2023. 2023.
Yeah, 2023. It was a stupid game, but and they also did and it was game 3, mind you. This is game 3. They were taunting the crowd just like what Chase Reed did in London. Remember that?
Really?
Yeah, they did this exact same thing. So it kind of runs in the Sioux Bloods. They had they had was it Ianello? I believe he was on that team. U Sports legend.
Ianello? Joseph Ianello?
There was another one that I recognize.
5-4 win for the Sioux Greyhounds that night.
Yes. Guelph was up 4-1 or something, or 3-1 as well. And then they blew it.
Wow. I'm watching the highlights right now.
I'm trying to think of who else was on that Sioux
You were
team,
at this game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sioux Greyhounds. You said 2023?
Oh, here it is. Overtime. Oh, in the first minute of overtime on the power play. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jordan
goes
Dentino
downhill.
was on that team. And Fantino was on that team. I remember him. So it wasn't Ianello. My bad. It was Dentino.
Still give a shout out. Oh, Charlie Schenkel was on that team, though. Backup goaltender. France legend.
Connor Clattenburg was on that team. Oiler.
Wow.
What a bum.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even realize he would have been on that.
That's not true. He's not a bum.
He's pretty chopped, though. He's not very good. He's just a tough guy.
Oh, gosh.
He's only in the league because he's a tough guy. What else do we got here? I feel like I know Julian Fantino, but I don't know if I do. Mm-hmm. But they were kind of gross. I think they were definitely the better team, and Guelph played well in the first 2 periods, but you could definitely see the Sioux were better.
Jacob Oster was the Guelph Storm goaltender back then?
Guelph Storm have had some, interesting names.
Yeah, I
recently.
guess so.
They had a World Junior goalie a couple years ago. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, dude, that Guelph team, Matthew Patra?
Matt Patois was on that team?
Matt Patra, yeah. World Junior.
What?
World
Captain,
Junior
yeah. I didn't, back then I wouldn't have registered to me.
Jet Luchenko played 46 games that year.
Yeah. That would have been his junior year, or his very first year, rookie year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty
Patra
chopped. I think it was
had 95 points.
I think it was a 3-6 matchup. I believe. Is that right?
5-4.
Oh, it was 5-4. It was. But yeah, no, Sioux was a much better team. So. Oh well.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
well.
won.
Shout out to Sioux. I was at that game. It was actually pretty fun. It was a really fun game. Really, very physical.
Yeah.
Obviously, 5-4
See,
game
now-
in OT.
Yeah. I go to a lot of OHL games, but growing up, there's one that stood out to me, and it was in Kingston. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't remember the year, but I think the thing that stood out to me was against Peterborough in an elimination game in the playoffs, and the goal. The goaltender scored a goal. There was a goalie goal.
There's a goalie goal.
And it was the last goal of the elimination game to eliminate the Frauds from the playoffs
Ouch.
against Peterborough. I need to find this now, but
That's
I
wrong.
remember. Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, it was just insane. I remember going home and I saw it on the news. I think I was in grade 6. I was in grade 6.
Holy
oh my
frick.
gosh.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, damn.
I'm not
right
going
it
to
was.
dox your age, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I remember that happened. I was like, wow. I was astonished. I was like,
That's
was
all.
just like,
No,
wow.
that is pretty
I was just
cool. I
amazed
mean,
that
you just get
happened.
knocked out, though. That's tough. So,
yeah, we were almost sad. Here, I'm trying to find this. I
that's,
gotta find
yeah,
this.
that's pretty scuffed.
Oh, I actually found it. Dylan Wells in 2017.
Dylan Wells. Oh,
April-
he's played on the junior team, too, no?
I don't know. There it is. I found it.
I know Dylan
April
Wells.
13th, 2017. Dylan Wells was the first goalie in
Oh, he
franchise
played for the
history to score.
Blackhawks. Oh, he
When
did
he had
play
an
for
empty net.
juniors. What? But he did play for the Blackhawks. One game.
It was a 6-2 final score.
Wow. Dylan Wells. What year was that? Actually, hold on. It was probably his good year. Wait, hold on. The one time he was in the playoffs, holy frick, a 930 save percentage, a 251
Bro, turn
goals
this
against
down.
average.
Wow. I need to watch. I'm gonna watch it again. Just want to like bring back some memories.
Wow.
Wait, can I see myself in the crowd?
As a grade 6?
I think I remember where I was sitting. I don't know. I think it was
All
around then. Anyways.
All right. Habs Sabres. The other 3
Yeah.
series are done. This one's game 6 tonight. I don't really want to talk too much because it could be over by the time this is out. But
Yeah, it's
Alex
tricky.
Newhook is a
It's
legend.
tricky. Really? You don't say, Caleb?
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you a question, Caleb?
I think I said that last week too.
Can I ask you a question, Caleb?
What?
Is Alex Newhook not the most underrated guy in the NHL? Like, I've been saying this for weeks now.
I'd say
For
Jake
weeks that
Evans.
he's the most. No, you said
Jake
Alex
Evans
Newhook.
is more underrated.
No. That's just not true. That's just not true.
Who's been
Alex
playing with
Newhook
Alex Newhook the
is
entire time?
I
Jake
don't care
Evans.
who plays. I don't care. Alex Newhook, not all the time, because Alex Newhook plays every single situation ever.
And so does
possible.
Jake Evans. They play
Does
together
Jake
in
Evans-
everything.
Does Jake Evans play power play?
Yes, he does. They're both on power play too.
Okay, well, it doesn't. Well,
They're both
Jake
on the
Evans
same power
score
kill.
goals? No, he
the
doesn't.
penalty kill line.
Alex Newhook scores all the goals. Dude, Alex Newhook is the most underrated guy in the NHL. He plays 4-on-4. He plays PK. He plays power play, and he plays 5-on-5, and
Yes.
he plays significant minutes. He's awesome. I don't listen. Not a Habs fan, but I like one guy in the Habs, and his
Jake
name
Evans.
is Alex Newhook,
Wow.
the most underrated guy in the league. Also, Team Canada has scored.
Wow.
1-0 against Italy. Live updates. Dylan Holloway gets his second of the
Again.
tournament, assisted by John Tavares.
Wow. John Navarre's third line left winger.
Let's see this. Good vision from Johnny T. Nice feed right through the seam. Hits off of Dylan Holloway's shin, or pardon
Wow.
me, knee.
That is a
Bounces
true
it down
goal
to
scorer's
himself
goal.
and scores. That is, drives the net, man, uses his body, gets in front of it, stops the momentum, and then puts it in through the stick. So let's go there from Dylan Holloway. You know what, Caleb? The Oilers probably could have used that this year.
Oh, no kidding. They could have. They could have used that. Maybe they'd be playing right now.
Yeah, maybe.
That wouldn't have been too bad on McDavid's wing right now.
No, that'd be great.
Yeah, no
Now-
more Vasily Podkolzin.
Okay, now question for you. Do you think it's selfish that Connor McDavid didn't go to the World Championship this year despite being out in the playoffs early enough to play?
Absolutely. This guy hates his country.
Yeah, I think, listen, he's not going to, hopefully in his career, he won't get many opportunities to play in the World Championship just because he goes deep in the playoffs.
No, hopefully
and
he
has
does.
as of recently. But
Like
this
next
is
year,
one of those
he's
years
going
where
to
he come on, he
probably
didn't
play
go, oh,
because he's not going to make the playoffs.
Canada has scored again.
Wow.
And actually, it's the guy who I believe leads the team in points.
Fraser Minton?
Yep. Or Minton got an assist, maybe, because he's not going to the bench first. Connor Brown! It's
Again,
Connor
2
Brown!
goals, man.
Wow.
Sens legend.
Connor Brown has scored again. Game winner yesterday against Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Minton just gave a really good screen. Or did he touch it? Oh, no. Minton scored. That was definitely Minton's goal. I don't know why Connor Brown went to the bench first. Anyways, great play by Brown. It's Fraser Minton's goal, though.
There you go. I don't know where we were. Oh, yeah. Connor McDavid probably won't make the playoffs next year, so he should be on the team. But now, do you give the captaincy to Celebrini or McDavid next year? Actually, Celebrini may not be there.
We didn't even talk about that either, eh? We just glanced
fine.
over the Crosby Celebrini situation.
I brought it up, and then we didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think it's the right call. Crosby won't be around in 3 years. It's pretty certain at this point. So give the captaincy now. Makes sense. And Celebrini is more of a leader than McDavid too. So I think in another 2028, Celebrini will get the C in the not Four Nations in the World Cup. So I like the move.
Crosby's not playing?
You give the C to Celebrini.
I think I
better
give
player,
Crosby,
better leader.
Who's still playing. Crosby's still playing.
Yeah, probably.
Celebrity's not even the own captain of his own team. He will be.
Do they
but
even
he's
have
not
a
yet.
captain?
No, they don't. I don't think.
All right, let's. Habs are fun. Sabres are kind of chopped at this point. We'll see what happens. Game 6. It's in Montreal.
Yeah, we'll more recap when that's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
More recap on that series when it's over. And honestly, we'll have probably some games will already be played of the third round.
Yeah.
Depending on which team wins. So we'll have a full breakdown on that next episode. Look out for that. Caleb, any other topics you want to touch on today, other than what we've already talked about, or any other maybe goofs or gags you want to get into? To have a fun conversation about.
Well, I got to wrap soon, but pretty electric stuff from the Oilers trying to talk to Bruce Cassidy when they still have a coach employed. That's pretty stupid and very, very stupid by the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas, I think that's also pretty electric. You're under contract. You don't want your coach to talk to Coach Connor McDavid. I think that's pretty cool. And I think I think they deserve to. They reserve the right to do that. And let them talk to the Kings, but not the Oilers, because the Oilers have the best player in the world.
They're both in the same division. They're both in the same division. There, he ain't allowed to talk to any of those guys.
He talked to the Kings though. He did talk to the Kings.
Did he? I thought it was both tonight. I thought they were both tonight.
No. He talked to the Kings, but did not talk to the Oilers. He wasn't allowed to talk to the Oilers. John Tortorella. Pretty funny.
Sure you go.
Pretty funny. They lose a second round pick. That's pretty cool. Sorry.
I was. No, I like that actually. That is funny. Yeah, and you know what the Vegas Golden Knights put out a post saying there's no further comment from the organization about it. Well, that's how they got themselves in this trouble in the first place.
Exactly. That's a good point.
By not commenting on it.
They've had to do that a couple times this year. First it was Carter Hart. Now they got to have no comment on this.
Yeah,
Makes
man.
sense.
They're just listen, teams made the conference finals 5 years in their lifetime of a decade. But let's fix up the media side of it, guys. Let's have a bit more class in this organization, okay? But the thing is, though, they're still winning. Might be is this organization classless, Caleb? Obviously the signing of Carter
just
Hart.
want to win, man.
True, and it doesn't take class to win. Obviously they're doing something right.
Well, there's crummy guys in every single team out there. I hope people understand that. But this is crummy management. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's very odd. Why wouldn't you talk to your team after you win, or talk to the press after you win? So
yeah, I don't know. That is dumb. Okay. Here's my next question. Chris Knobloch. What does he do for the next 3 years, even though he's making a bunch of money?
I think he
Does
just tanks it up.
Sit at home and do nothing?
Yeah.
And make millions and millions and millions of dollars? Or B, go out and get a new job?
I think he tanks it up, man.
Why wouldn't you? Retire.
Exactly.
3 years.
Exactly.
Is it 8 figures? Like, it's something like that, isn't it?
I don't know what is
Up
8 figures
there?
million.
That's 10. No, that's 10.
8
10
figures
mil.
is 10 mil.
For the next
yeah,
3
over
years.
he's probably getting 5 mil for the next 3 years.
Jeez.
So that's 15 mil right there. That's probably my guess. So yeah, you do it. You just sit and do nothing. That's what I'd be doing. Like, you just pissed away 3 years of your life and you're getting paid $1 million, like a gazillion dollars. You might as well just sit and do nothing.
Okay, now my next question for you will be, if Chris decides to go to a new team and enter the coaching market again, how much is there a desire for Chris Knobloch as
I don't think there's a
coach
lot
from other teams?
I don't think there's a lot. There wasn't much desire for Jay Woodcroft.
Mm-hmm.
It was like people were saying, people outside of the or people in the press were saying this is a lock for somebody to find a head coaching job, and he didn't. He's a bench coach. He might get a head coaching job now, but after the Ducks run. But I don't know if there's much interest. You've already got Bruce Cassidy out there. I don't think John Tortorella is going to go back to Vegas, but he'll be potentially out there if people want to be stupid. Who else is out there? There's a couple, like Bruce Boudreau might still want to be. His name's been floated out. There's David Carl's name still out there. There's a ton of coaches. I think would be Craig Berube. I think there's more options before him.
I mean, obviously you can't shadow away the back-to-back cup appearances. I understand the roster that he had on those two teams, but that's got to be something on his resume that obviously enhances it a little bit more.
Fair.
Does that not play any tip to the cap a little bit into the teams?
I don't know. Craig Berube won a cup. He's been pretty garbage.
He got a pretty good job, though, with the Leafs.
I mean, for my fandom, yes, 100%. But, I mean, he won a round, I guess, with the Leafs. That's pretty hard. They've only done that twice. So
It's true.
I don't know. It's also a little fun fact. First year with Vegas, Mitch Marner goes to the conference final. Never done that with the Leafs. So it's fun to mention as well. So shout out.
Yes. Okay, if you want to stick on the topic of, players, people in organizations who don't play the game, the Vancouver Canucks have signed 2 new presidents of hockey operations and a new GM as well, as the Sedin twins have entered the front office or have enhanced their role in the front office.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah, they've enhanced their role in the front office.
Yes.
And is it Pat Alvin? Is that his name?
Pat Alvin. He was let go.
He's been okay.
I'm pretty sure Jim Rutherford just left as well. So they need to find a GM. Yeah. Like those guys are the presidents, so Jim Rutherford.
Yeah.
Jim Rutherford's job goes to those 2, and then they still need. They did? Is it Ryan Johnson?
It is Ryan Johnson, yeah.
Okay. He was the favorite. He was he the AGM for a while, or was he the
Abbotsford. He was with Abbotsford, yeah.
Yeah. So I
want to call the cup?
Makes sense. Yeah, when was that? Was that 2022? That was a while ago.
No, that was recent. I think that
was it 2025? Oh yeah. Oh, that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. I only remember that because of Noah Jolson. Shout out. Habs legend. I think. Yeah, so it makes sense for the Canucks. So is that pretty much like just the Leafs are pretty much vacant at this point, and the Oilers coach? Did Jolson play?
Yes.
Oh, Jolson wasn't on that team. What the fudge? I don't know, but there's like Habs are fine, Sens shouldn't be fine, but they are fine, and
they are fine.
Leafs no. Jets are running it back. So
No decisions made by the Jets. The Flames?
Flames are chilling, man. Got a little unlucky with the lottery, but we're chilling right now. So, yeah.
All right.
Not going to change our head coach anytime soon. So, if that's what you're looking for.
No.
Probably never will. Like, I think he's done a pretty good job. He's just made some
Never
questionable.
will.
No, I
Will
think
never change the coach.
it's going to be tough. Like, if they win a cup in the next 3 or 4 years, he probably will be the coach. He's a pretty good
The
coach.
Flames?
Yeah.
The Flames winning the cup the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, in the new arena.
Who's the piece? Who's the cup winning piece?
Vigo
Matt
Bjork
Coronado?
or
Matvey
Keith Berhoff.
Grinden? Who is
Zane
the
Parekh.
piece? Okay, but there needs to be an offensive piece.
Zane Parekh.
Who is the offensive piece? No, but he's a defenseman. I'm talking a forward core.
Oh. It's going to be Alexi Joseph.
Oh, okay. But then
Got you
that
there,
type
buddy.
of turnaround in 2 years
Yeah.
to win a cup.
Yep. 100%. Or it's Vigo Bjork. Kale Malhotra. Whoever Malhotra slides.
Okay. Whatever one slides. Probably Bjork, but
Yeah, I don't know if Bjork is Bjork is probably a solidified top 6 or 7 pick now, so he might go up early, farther up. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah. All right, let's wrap her up. I don't know how much else to say. And I need to get going soon.
All right, Kel. Well, that does it for another episode of the True North Ice podcast. Remember, you can follow us on all your favorite social media platforms, including TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And as always, we're a podcast, so you can listen to us on all your favorite podcast platforms. That's right, other platforms other than the one you're listening to us on right now, and some of those include
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, YouTube Music, Good Pods, Castro, Podcast Addict, and many, many more. iHeartRadio.
Kel. Thank you, iHeartRadio. My final question for you, Kel,
Yes.
is I just peeped. Canada's up 2-0, and
Yes.
they're doing the wave.
It's over. It's over. They're going to lose. They might not lose this game, but they might not even make the quarterfinals at this point. So,
Because of the wave? Yeah.
it's over.
The wave does it, teams, man. All right, guys. I've been Jacob Ewing. He's been Caleb Snyder. And we'll talk to you very soon.